Good morning from beautiful London and welcome to the vlog. So as you can tell from the title of this video, we're on our way to India and I couldn't be more excited. So let me tell you guys a bit about how that came about. So I was approached on Instagram very recently, just a week ago actually, and I was asked if I could help an organization called IFAW, which stands for the International Fund for Animal Welfare, if I could join them in India, because there's a conservation project going on, more like an awareness project about the Indian elephant. So we're on our way to India, specifically Delhi, and we're going to be attending a festival that's dedicated to the elephant, and where there's a lot of panelists and politicians as well as some Bollywood actresses talking about the efforts and how they got involved to protect the Indian elephant. So it's a really amazing opportunity for me. Not only do I get to travel to India, but also I get to make videos and take some photos as well. And I mean, that sounds like a really exciting opportunity. And of course, it's always great to work with non-profit organizations because I guess their cause is a bit more pure. And it's just a fun project all around. Sounds like an amazing client, awesome project, and can't wait to hit the ground running. So right now I'm actually walking to the tube. Gotta jump on the train, head over to London Heathrow, and then yeah, can't wait to get this journey underway. So we've checked in and busy boarding, and the flight we're going to be on, well, the plane we're going to be on is actually the Dreamliner, and that's one of the most modern airplanes in the world, and I've been on it before and the experience was awesome.
Few inches later.
Just arrived in India and still at the airport, so I'm gonna head to the hotel now, and then I'll tell you guys a little bit more about what this whole adventure is all about and how I came to be here. See you in a sec. So I've just arrived at the hotel and just look at this room. It's super posh. Can't believe it. I mean, wow. Feels like a palace in here, so that's a huge plus already. But let's talk about the subject matter here. So the plan is tomorrow morning we're heading off to an arts festival, well, an arts center I should say. And that's where this event is taking place. So I was specifically tasked by this organization to film the speeches as well as all the festivities going on and all the activities happening and the community getting involved and stuff like that. And all the content I'm shooting is for their channel, and their and the material belongs entirely to them. So I've signed a contract, and yeah, everything I shoot and all the videos I produce is entirely theirs and not my own. So I don't know to what extent I can share with you my ongoings here in Delhi, but I'll try to keep you involved as much as I can, or at least hopefully I can show you the footage, and if I can't show it to you on my personal channel, I'll definitely link to IFAW's channel and show you where you guys can find all the videos I'm going to be shooting here. So consider this behind the scenes, but yeah, as far as the actual festivities go, obviously my full focus and attention is on creating their content, because that's what I'm here for, right? So gonna try beat the jet lag, get an early night, well, what feels like an early night, it's already 1 AM, and then hopefully get tomorrow's day off to a good start, get out there and put all the video skills that I've been acquiring through this YouTube journey with you guys into good use, and hopefully create some good content that everybody's happy with and is happy to watch in the end. So on that note, good night and see you tomorrow morning. So it's mid-afternoon now, and took a break from shooting just to show you guys quickly what this is all about. So behind there is the center where all the speeches were held, and spent all morning just documenting those. Some really important ministers speaking, as well as the CEO of IFAW, so I had to document those speeches, and I'm going to work those into a video later. But I also got a lot of interesting decorations going on. Check this out. I'm surrounded by a lot of elephants, over 100 I think, in this garden over here, each one very different. Every different artist putting their own design twist on it, so it's really beautiful. And yeah, so I'm just shooting a lot of B-roll in this garden just to layer that into the main video, where I'm going to have the speech as a background and the audio track, and then I'm going to layer in little bits and pieces of this, all the decorations that are going on around. So in order to do that, using the 24 to 105mm lens, which is actually one of my least favorite lenses for stills anyway, but for video it comes in really great because it's actually stabilized as opposed to my prime lenses, which aren't, and the stabilization makes all the difference for video. So get that smooth footage and layer it in nicely and makes the footage just a little bit more qualitatively high. So definitely my choice of lens for today. For the interior shots where it's a little bit of more of a low light environment, I was using my prime lens and opening up the aperture really wide to not have to boost the ISO as much. So yeah, so far I'm happy for shots, but the real question will be, can I edit this into some product that's worth watching in the end? Okay, so it's day 3 of the festival, and we actually decided to take a break from documenting the festival and snuck away into Delhi just to get a bit of a break and explore the side streets. So here are my colleagues actually, which is Stacy over there and Joe. I'll link their names on the Instagram in the YouTube description below. Check out their Instagram, they're really good photographers as well. And yeah, we just had lunch and now we're walking around checking out the streets and doing some street photography along the way, which isn't my usual style, but really fits these streets. They're very gritty, a lot of activity going on, a lot of people passing through, so it's definitely some candid moments to be had, and yeah, just exploring some new styles of photography and see if we can get some good shots along the way. Have you gotten anything good so far?
Yeah, it's pretty fun stuff to see.
So right now it's the middle of August in Delhi and it's super hot and extremely humid, so the sweat's literally dripping out of every pore, but that's not holding us back. Decided to escape the air-conditioned rooms and cars and decided to head over to this tomb to explore some Muslim architecture, and this place is hundreds of years old and it's one of the best places in Delhi to check out, so we decided to head over here and check out these premises, maybe get some photos in on the way or just take it all in. So yeah, taking that in our stride, and later we're going to head back to the conference. Speaking of, sorry I've been a bit quiet over the past few days. Decided to give the vlogging a skip because definitely had to prioritize shooting video content for the festival, and that's the reason I'm here. So yeah, of course that's naturally the priority, and I definitely feel there's a conflict of interest. So if I'm busy all day shooting video, then I should definitely be doing that for the clients and prioritize the paid work. And then in those kind of circumstances, the vlog does come second. But I did speak to the people, IFAW, who I'm shooting the content for and creating it for, and they said they're happy with me to share the content on my own page as well, which is awesome. So can't wait to share all the clips with you guys that I shot on their behalf, which give the festival a bit of a feel, all the things going on and all the activities that are happening there. So yeah, I might make a separate video about that and then give you a brief intro about all the things that we were up to there and what it was all about. So stay tuned for future videos and can't wait to share all that content with you as well. So on that note, I definitely suggest you hit that subscribe button below and don't miss it when that content hits YouTube. So until then, still busy in Delhi, still busy exploring, and yeah, let's go check out what's over there. So cows are actually a holy animal in India, and they're held in very high regard here, so that's why they're treated like kings here in this complex. Got a little own private little grazing spot and left pretty undisturbed, so if you're a cow, definitely India's a great place to be. But in the middle of Delhi you won't find them on the middle of the roads, but in other parts of India, the more rural parts, you'll definitely find cows all over the show, and they definitely always have right of way. So yeah, curious little fact about India. And right now we're actually on the wall surrounding the complex, and I'm just gonna keep walking around here exploring and see what else this place has in store. So nice little excursion we got going on here, and I've actually lost the other guys. Don't know where Stacy and Joe went, but I'm sure I'll find them eventually. But in the meantime, just exploring this with an open mind and see what other cool little quirks this place has on offer. So yeah, check in with you guys in a second. So we spent all this time exploring that building back there, which, mind you, is extremely beautiful too, of course. But then we got so sidetracked and we were so captivated by the beauty back there that we completely missed the main attraction, which is, of course, here. This one kind of steals the show at the end of the day. This is the real cake, and yeah, definitely going to head up there and look at the finer details as well. But really awe-inspiring. Kind of reminds me of a little bit of a Taj Mahal, but not quite. But yeah, for being in Delhi and stuff, I mean, this is amazing. Can't believe I had this opportunity to come out here, shoot all that content for IFAW, which has been a beautiful experience. To create some content for good, as well as learn a lot and take on such big jobs. So that's been a huge honor for me. But being able to come out here as well in Delhi and explore a bit is really phenomenal too. And I'm so stoked we got to take a bit of time out of our day just to head over here and look at this beautiful architecture. So funny thing about all the main monuments in India is that the majority of the most beautiful architecture tends to be Islam architecture, despite the country being mostly Hindu. And the reason being is that Islam architecture just favors these kind of grand, bold styles with a lot of beautiful geometry, whereas Hindi temples tend to be slightly more humble, but both beautiful nonetheless. And right now we're at you guessed it, Islam temple, so that's why there's a lot of devout Muslims walking around, and for them it's obviously a very important site. And yeah, so we're sharing that with them today, which is also kind of great. Get to share their religion and culture, so super stoked for that. And let me stop rambling and indulge you guys in some more of this beautiful architecture.
3 days later.
And welcome back to London. Sorry this video had to come to such an abrupt end, but like I said, my main focus in Delhi was to create content for IFAW. And yeah, that's why I didn't have enough time to film the vlog, and that wasn't the main reason I went there. So on that note, I'd just like to thank the International Fund for Animal Welfare for just giving me such a brilliant opportunity in my career to go out there and do what I love, which is making videos and taking photos. So that's been an amazing experience, and the festival was awesome, and I can't wait to share it with you guys. So I've got another 5 videos lined up summarizing the whole festival, and I'll show you just the content I was creating and all the videos I made on a daily basis, and talk you guys through it, why I made them and what the festival was all about. So I can't wait to share all those videos with you, and if you don't want to miss out, I suggest you hit that subscribe button below, and that way you won't miss them. So on that note, hope you enjoyed watching, and if you did, be sure to give me a thumbs up button below, and if you hated watching, then do give me the thumbs down button below. But that's all I have for you guys right now, and I can't wait to share guys more of the content with you guys in the next episode. Until then, bye for now.